had dough in his beard and fear in his eyes. I forgot the souffle. We must retrieve it. We raced through downtown, dodging pancake vendors and a man selling inflatable forks. When we reached the kitchen, the souffle was still rising. He cried with joy, cradled it like a newborn, and paid me with 3 jars of pickles and an apron that said "Born to Whisk, Forced to Work." Next, I got an emergency call from a pet psychic who was stuck in a tree. I asked how she got there. "The cats told me to," she said. After a daring rooftop rescue involving trampoline dogs, she jumped in and whispered to my engine, "You have unresolved issues." I dropped her off at a meditation pond filled with philosophical frogs. She bowed, vanished in a puff of lavender smoke, and my gas gauge changed to emotionally full. The final ride of the day or so I thought was a ghost hunter and his grandma. They were on a mission to find the ghost of a saxophone player at the jazz cemetery. We drove through a thunderstorm while Grandma played polka on the harmonica. At the cemetery, a glowing saxophone floated out of the ground and played Careless Whisper. They danced. I cried. A lightning bolt hit my antenna and I could suddenly understand squirrels. Just as I parked to rest, my phone buzzed with a final message: "Drive to the edge of the world. A penguin prophet awaits." And so I did. Across rivers, deserts, construction zones made of marshmallows, until I reached a cliff shaped like a sandwich. The penguin looked at me, handed me a fortune cookie, and said, "The journey is the destination." I opened the cookie. It just said, "Nice wheels." I stared into the sunset, my taxi humming like it knew it had seen too much. Kevin the cat meowed from the roof. The alien duck quacked in binary. The jelly bean I sat on hours ago finally squished. I turned the key. One more ride. Because taxi life never ends. It was 6:06 a.m. and I woke up in the driver's seat of my taxi with a croissant stuck to my forehead and my horn playing the theme from Titanic. The city was already awake, pigeons in high heels crossing the street, a man power walking a turtle, and a jogger trying to beat his smartwatch at chess. I cracked my neck, hit the gas, and whispered, "Let us break some traffic laws." First job, a mime in a full tuxedo waving frantically on the side of the road. He pointed at a sign that said "Emergency Clown Graduation." Without saying a word, he mimed the explosion of an invisible balloon and jumped into the back seat. I drove like a lunatic through 10 red lights, dodged a marching band made of squirrels, and ramped over a hot dog cart. We made it just in time for him to accept a diploma from a duck wearing a top hat. He paid me with imaginary money and a thank you note that read honk. Second ride, a grandma carrying 3 raccoons in baby slings. "The bingo hall is under attack by karaoke robots," she said. I didn't ask questions. We sped through back alleys, zipped past a guy trying to sell me spaghetti from his backpack, and arrived just as a robot sang Bohemian Rhapsody with auto-tune. Grandma unleashed her raccoons like furry grenades. The robots exploded into confetti. She gave me a cookie and a wink that said, "I've been to jail twice."